Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm ACated and this is Minecraft. In today's video, we are back in Briketia, also New Pendleton, my series where I'm building a country in Minecraft. So far I haven't really done any changes. I added this lampposts, not this specifically, but I added these lampposts around since the last video. And then I also upgraded the landscaping. So this is all new. This little garden, all these bushes, all this is new. And yeah, so I did plan on doing that after last video. I planned on upgrading the landscaping. And overall, I like how it turned out. I think it's fine how it is for now. And then there's also the rest of this area. So over here, we have all of the buildings here still unfinished. I don't know if I added anything else around here. But this is how it is right now, kind of unfinished, but that's the point since we're going to get to this later. I'm going to make videos on it, and in between videos, of course, I'm going to be building some stuff as well, mostly doing some small things. Hopefully that'll be fine, but in this video today, we're going to be building a historic district, which will be over here, and I did not prepare it, so that's going to be fun. And what's fun about this too is that I have like 2 hours to record and edit and post this video. Otherwise it probably isn't coming out today. But that's the fun of being a YouTuber and also having a life, so isn't that great? But we'll try our best, probably get through recording it at least, maybe, but we'll see if it gets posted. If not, it'll probably just get posted like later in the day, but I'm doing my best, and yeah. So this is what we built in the last video. This is the Capitol building for my my city and also my country. So this is meant to be like where the president is, the national, whatever I called it, all that stuff. And no, this is not a city hall. I was actually considering maybe I can build a city hall somewhere like over here, just like a smaller one, so then people know the difference. Also, it makes sense though, because this is supposed to be like, the idea of this is that this is like a slightly newer planned district. So like this is where they decided to build the capital, and then the old historic town is going to be over here. So over here is like the first part of town. Even though I built that first, I was just excited to build that. But this will be the first like oldest part of town, with like the dense row houses and like narrow streets and stuff. And then over here is going to be more of like the commercial district, like over here in this area. And then the financial district will be over here. That's where we're going to have some taller buildings, a lot more offices and stuff. Over here is going to be some, I think, like, not like mansions, but like they're going to, like, kind of mansions, I guess. And over here, of course, our historic district. And I don't know if this counts as a separate district, but over here, the waterfront is going to be its own district as well. And I actually have a map of all this. I made a pixel art map, which I don't know if I'm going to put on the screen. I'll probably put on the screen. But this pixel art map here is the direct dimensions of this city and the island and stuff. So that was fun to transcribe, but I put it down just because it helps me visualize things and figure out where things are going to go. And it's helpful because the pixels are like exact block measurements, so that's quite fun. Just taking a look through here, just looking at what we built yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry. That was not yesterday, that was a long time ago. What we built in the last video. This fun thing. Oh, also I have shaders now because before I couldn't figure it out because randomly my computer decided that it didn't like shaders anymore, so I can't run them. But then I figured out what was wrong. The wiring was wrong, so I had to rewire it, and we're good now. So I can run shaders now. Everything looks pretty. Don't you worry. In here, this is of course the council. I think this is the council. Let's look at the sign outside. There is no sign outside. That's fun. Isn't that fun? I love not knowing things. Over here is the assembly, I'm pretty sure. This is where all the representatives are. The other one's where all the experts are, giving British Parliament, I guess. And then over here is the president. This is where the president sits. I'm still not sure if I'm the president or not, but let's pretend I am, because I'm the only one who lives here anyways. So yeah, that's the Capitol building. Of course, there's also like the archives, but it's not really interesting. Let's look in the window there. Yeah, Just little archives. There you go. There'll probably be other things around here too. Also, not everything will have its own dedicated video. Maybe like the courthouse, like I'm not gonna have a dedicated video for it. I'm not sure. I was originally going to do the museum in the library, but I thought maybe I should do the historic district since it's meant to be historic, so you never know. First things first, we just have to clear out all these trees. I love deforestation, so yeah, let's do that. I'm trying to preserve as much nature as I can, so I'm going to have like parks and stuff. So over here, all this area is going to be a park that's untouched by the urbanization of my huge city. And then over here is also a park, and this will be like a historic park because I'm gonna imagining there's like ruins here or something, but mostly it's going to be nature. And then we have all this, which will be mostly untouched, so that's fun. It's kind of weird though because it's like the only taiga in this like area because the rest of this is all oak forest. This is the only taiga, and then this little sliver of taiga right here. I could use Axiom to expand the taiga if I wanted to, but I don't really know if that's necessary, so probably not. But this is fine how it is. I'm trying to keep things as untouched as I can, while also building my town, because I think nature is fun. I think this is where I get to use my tree zapper. So let's just take a look at that, and ooh, that's fun. I love that. Ooh, let's do it again. Cool. Let's just do. Imagine I just do like a montage of me zapping trees. Alright, this area is now free of trees. Isn't that fun? I love it when that happens. Anyways, this area is now treeless, and we're going to fill it in with stuff. So let's see, I will consult my map just to make sure I have everything in the right place, and I will get back to you. Okay, so I have some of this done now. I have this little block here, and the thing about this is that it's on a slope, like it's yeah, it's on a slope, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to want to do this. Maybe something like this might be good. And then we just bring it down here, maybe. I'm not sure, because I feel like this could be weird. The only thing is that it's probably fine just because these buildings probably won't be facing this direction. They'll probably be facing this direction, so if I want streets to go down this way, I can still do that. Let me consult my plan again, which is actually what I've just been doing this whole time. I've just been consulting my plan to copy it down. Okay, I made another block. This block is slightly different. So this is a very weird block just because I had to terrace it a bit. But I quite like how it turned out, so that's pretty cool. We have, right here is our little music shop. We're gonna keep some music discs and stuff in here. Right here is a little wool shop, just because, although I could probably make this into anything else. Like, I have a lot of room, because a lot of these buildings back there are just like generic residential or something. So yeah, these yellow buildings, I forgot to mention, are residential. Red is commercial. And although commercial could also mean residential, just because it could be like mixed use. So it'll have a residential apartment at the top, and then at the bottom would be commercial. So something like that. That's usually how I build things. Like I'll have this very standard 7x7 block, and that will be like one building. So I'm using that here, but for the rest of the buildings, they'll be a little bit larger, a little less standard. But I feel like it fits here just because it's very small, historical, very dense and stuff. So I think it's fun. But yeah, over here we have our music shop, wool shop, and then this is our inn/tavern. So this is, I think, fitting just because it's on this waterfront here. There are, I guess, two waterfronts. So there's this waterfront. I guess technically that over there might be a waterfront. And then over here is the waterfront, which is the main port area, just because I imagine that this is a slightly better natural port, just because it has this little island here and this little harbor that goes into the river. Over here it's a little more exposed, so I'd imagine that basically the history of this place is that this area was settled first, which is why it's like the historical district. And then later on, there was a port that was situated over here on this side of the island. And it's like a much smaller port, mostly just like literally just a port basically. And the town is over here. And then over time, as the city grew, it expanded into the middle, and eventually this little district was planned. So we have the capital, and then we have our commercial district, which came a little bit later, and then the financial district, which came a little bit later. And of course I'll explain those later, because I kind of have like a little canon idea of like how this all works. But I'll explain those later when I get to those videos, but for now we're just doing the historical district. Alright, I've done this block now, although this should probably be yellow, but I've done that block. It is pretty good. It's not exactly how I was imagining, just because I've kind of forgot about the elevation, but I guess we could make the most out of it. I think it's pretty cool. And plus, I think elevation does make things look kind of fun and more interesting to look at. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. I quite like how it looks, at least the layout. So we're gonna keep going, but I think I will probably end it here for now. Not for you, for me. I'll probably just keep going later. We'll see if I post today. We'll see, but this might come out tomorrow too. So yeah, but yeah, I'm done for now. I will see you in a bit. Okay, everyone. So it's been 2 days since I guess logged off. Although for you it was like 2 seconds, so it's fine. But essentially I completed more of the outline. I think most of this year is new. So I've decided to sort of just leave some of this outline unfinished for now, and I think in this video we're just going to be focusing on this small little area here, see what we can get done, and then I'll do the rest in between this video and the next video. So I think that'll be fine, especially since I don't think it's super productive to have everything done in this one video, just because that's a lot to do. So yeah, since like literally one video was spent on this one building, and then I'm spending an entire video on this whole area, I don't think so. I don't think we could do that. So for now, we're just going to do this. Mostly this, I think I'll focus on, and then we'll do this later after if we have time. That's, I think I'm just going to leave this to be done with the museum when I do a video about that. So little spoiler, I guess, this is going to be the opera house, and then this is of course the museum. So I think since this outline is done, I think it's best that we start here. So for this, I believe this right here is the saloon, not the saloon, I don't know what I was thinking. This is the inn/tavern, this is the music shop, and then this is the wool shop. And over here is going to be some docks. If we get around to it, I guess we'll make some, but if not, it's fine. But I think for now we could just do this. So let's start with that. To begin, I think I will use this tough bricks as the base of the building. And then I will use this light gray terracotta as the walls. I think this adds like a nice little warmth to the building, while also sort of just being a nice color. I'm not entirely sure why I like it, I just think it's nice. And that's that done, so let's expand this into its full height. Alright, so I expanded it, I added some windows, and I added this little balcony here. So that's the not most of it, I guess, maybe just part of the exterior done. And then now we do the roof. So for the roof, I was thinking either we could do spruce or we could use tough. And while tough would fit the theme, I feel like spruce looks kind of cool, and could fit like the historical vibe of it, because it's not supposed to be like completely modern, but this is also not that bad either, so I might use tough. Although I think this inn is supposed to feel a little bit more rustic, so I think we'll go with the spruce. Alright, the roof is now done. I have this cute little spruce roof. I did make it overhang a little bit, which usually I don't always do that, but here I did do that, and I feel like it doesn't look that bad, so we're going to keep it like that. And then now I think we should add some decoration to the windows, just because they look a little bare right now. So I'm thinking either the gate and the trapdoor thing like this, simple stairs just like this, or literally just a trapdoor like this. So I'm not sure which one I like better. Or usually I can do like a combination of them. Like I can do something like that, or I can switch it around, do something like that, which I'm not sure which one I like better. This one looks fancier to me, which this is not supposed to be fancy, so maybe we don't do this one. There's also like, I can do something like this, like that, and then that feels a little interesting. Or we can do something like this, something like that. Something like that could work, or you can even double them up. I feel like I should just do a video about these window things. You can double them up, do something like that. Although I prefer mixing them up a little bit just because I feel like it looks nicer, but I will I'll decide which one I want to do and then we'll try it out. Alright, here's how the windows looked. I chose to do the stairs as the bottom, and then the top can be the gate and trapdoors. And then up here I did something a little similar, but I made this the bottom, I made this the trapdoor instead of stairs. And I think it looks kind of nice. I think we should start doing a little bit of texturing just because I feel like this terracotta, while nice, I feel like could use a little touch of character. So let's see what it looks like if we add just like a tiny bit of texturing. Maybe do something like that. I feel like that's a little much though. Maybe not. Mud bricks, that's too much. How about mud? We can do a tiny bit of mud. Okay, I did a little playing around with the texturing. I played around with like just straight up dripstone. I did the packed mud, but I think just this slight little touch of texturing looks a little better. Also not sure of how good this looks, like I might remove it later, but for now this is what it looks like. And I think we should just do a little bit more decorating of the outside, so I'm thinking we can do maybe some awnings here. Which if we had the cushions that would be perfect, but we don't currently have the cushions. I think once the cushions come out on this version I can remove them and then add in the cushions, but for now we can do an awning made of carpets or something, or made of stairs, because if we do stairs I can do something like this with the polished cinnabar and then the polished diorite or even quartz or something. And then we could do something more like this, which could be good for now. That's kind of cute. Alright, we could do something like this. I think this is really cute. I quite like this. I like the awning here. I added these little gates. Hopefully it's not too much. I think it's already like a lot, but hopefully it's just like not adding too much to it, and I'm sure it's fine. Perhaps we can get rid of a few so then it's not as thick, so we can do something like that, get rid of it on the windows, which ironically I feel like the only time it would be there is on the windows, but whatever. We can do that, get rid of it in alternating patterns. That's fine since we don't really need it there. And I think that looks nice. Alright, let's do the inside now. So I'm just going to add in a wooden floor here. Let's think about the layout for a second. So we could probably have a small little kitchen back here, and then we could have the counter kind of extend out here. And then our sitting area can all be right here. And we can have stairs going up here to the top, because this is like an inn/tavern, which I suppose I've made before, but it's whatever. But this is a dining area down here. We have a kitchen over here, and then upstairs we can have our inn, which has a few rooms, probably like one or two, probably not too many, but I think it'd be fun. And the reason I actually have this building here is just because that's actually a part of the Minecraft Comes Alive mod. So actually, if we take a look at the blueprint that comes with that mod, where is it? Blueprints. If we take a look at the blueprints, we currently do not have a village. So actually, I think it's about time we start the village. So let's go over to this building, which is our only finished building, and let's add our building. Oh, that's new. That's cool. I didn't... Wow, okay. So I was not expecting that because I actually have not opened this. So this is really cool. It did not look like this before. Honestly, it did not look like this before. I think they updated it, which is really, really cool. Usually it would just look like... Wow, okay. Sorry, this is my first reaction to it. That's really cool. Because usually it's just like a dark map and just like some squares. This is like a detailed map. Okay, cool. All right, so we look at here. Oh, that's nice. It's done. Cool. So this used to be in work in progress, but it's done now. So we have a music store, which is actually part of the mod, which is kind of cool. We have our inn, which is also part of the mod. So that's why I'm building one, because we have an inn. And we're also, of course, the inn, we'll have two inns. We'll have this inn be the main, like not the main one, like the older inn. And then we'll also have a hotel, which will technically be an inn, but it's like a hotel. Like, you know how it is. And music shop, of course, we have our music shop, like obviously. We have various different buildings here, so let's look at them. So we have our prison. I am not sure if I'm going to make a prison or not, just because I feel like it would be kind of weird to build a prison here, but maybe I'll build one just like right outside the city or something. Blacksmith, of course, I'm going to have a blacksmith building, and we'll do that at some point, unless I just build it off screen. Storage, it's a place to store taxes apparently. I'm thinking about this as like a warehouse, so we'll have multiple storages. We have a, what's it called? Like a customs house, which is going to be at the docks. So that's technically a storage. And then we also have our capital, which is kind of a storage. And then also the bank is kind of a storage as well. And also our stock exchange is a kind of a storage, I guess. So there's lots of storages. Pretty cool. Infirmary, that's our hospital. Pretty cool to make. We'll do that later. Big house, that's just a big house. We'll make some big houses and some small houses and various other houses in between. We have an armory, so there will be an armory. It's like the national armory that's going to be next to the Capitol. We have our inn, of course. We have the library, which we're going to build, I think, probably in the next episode. We have our library, and I'm not sure if the Capitol counts as a library. Like, I don't know what building the Capitol counts as, but it might count as either a storage or a library, I think. Music store, of course, and then we have a graveyard, which we're gonna have a graveyard next to the church. And villagers. We currently do not have any villagers, but we will soon. Not right now though, but I think once the buildings start like shaping up, when we have like places for them to actually live, then it'll be better. Here, this is the Capitol building, so let's actually try to figure out how this works. Okay, add room. No, it's not too small. You're just actually insane. That's right. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. Actually, I like this because you can do multiple floors, so then I can make like apartment buildings and mixed-use buildings and they don't look confusing. Let's see, let's try this room. I feel like the video is like divulged now because it's now it's about this. Because this is really cool. Okay, so it is a storage, which is kind of what I thought it would be, which is fine because this is like a place to store taxes. Storage, ground floor. This is also a storage, I guess. This should also still be part of the room. I guess not. Update room. Let's see. I guess this is a different room, so whatever. We go up here. I think it's just confused. It doesn't know what a room is. Alright, I think there you go. Yeah, it just doesn't know what a room is. That's fine. It's okay. Sometimes we just don't know what a room is, and that's okay. And then we go up here and we can... Building's too small. No, not ground floor. Floor 1. We can add a room. Building is not too small. Why are you actually insane? Okay, whatever. Let's try here. No? Okay, I guess not. Let's go in here. No, it's not. You're actually insane. No, no. Why do you hate me? Okay, whatever. There's no rooms up here. No rooms. It's okay. Okay, well that's okay. Anyways, it is cool though that the different rooms can be different things. That's actually pretty cool. Let's go back down. And we will update the blueprint later for this back here. And yeah, that would be cool. Let's keep building this now. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long just because I'm planning to build a lot of stuff in this video. I'll probably just do this block and then the rest of them I'll just fill them in between videos and I'll just do a summary of them afterwards. For this video series specifically, I feel like I'm not focusing too much on the process of building itself. because, well, I mean, my other videos do that, I think. Especially since I'm starting to do more of like a build guide videos kind of thing. So maybe this will just be me building, which I hope you're okay with. And if you're not, I'm sorry, but I'm not changing it, so yeah. So for the ground floor, I think we could do something simple like this. Have a little counter here. And then this is a pretty big area actually for the kitchen. So maybe we turn this down a little bit. That's probably a little better. For this little kitchen area, I think it might be cool to do a little tile floor just to make it feel kind of unique. For the kitchen itself, we will probably need some cabinets. Of course, we're using Farmer's Delight for that. We have a stove, but I don't feel comfortable letting villagers run around with a stove on, so I'm gonna put something over it so then they don't burn themselves on it, because I think you can damage yourself on this. And then of course we need smokers as well, just because that's how this works. So I'll probably put one right here maybe, or actually might embed some right here into the actual block. So then what I imagine as the villagers will stand in front of it and do their stuff, so maybe that's better. And back here we could add a crafting table. And then it might be fun to put like a little crate of cabbages or something, or onions. I feel like cabbages look cool. Or not cabbages, sorry, onions look cool. And I think this is good for how it is. Maybe we could, actually no, this would be good because then I was gonna like put a trapdoor here, but I think it's better because then we can put stuff on the stove. This is a cute little thing, and then we also need a jukebox to play music, which we could do under here, and maybe we can also put a chest under here, just for some extra storage. Okay, this can look pretty cute, pretty nice. And let's add our sitting areas, so we can do signs and chairs and a table here. So you can do something like this right here. I don't know where else to put something. Maybe somewhere like here. It's a little cramped. It's a little cramped for that. I'm not sure. Maybe more like something like this. And then we can do something like that, maybe. It's a little cramped, but it's fine. It's not the worst. Probably just put this in a little more. And we can just use like a shelf or something. And then if we use, or we can use a trapdoor actually, because trapdoor, and you can just have it be like that. You can just walk in, I guess. I also want there to be a menu somewhere, so maybe we can have the menu either on this wall or this wall, or even this wall too, but maybe this wall might be good because then we can just do it like this. And yeah, that's probably good. And then we can put a torch here. And for the menu, we can just something simple. We don't also have to like put everything that's on the menu on here, but probably going to do, let's see, what do we have here? Onion soup could be cool, although that feels kind of French, so maybe not. We can do pumpkin soup, that might be cool. And what else can we do? We can do roasted mutton chops. That might be good because it feels very like this kind of climate. Maybe a plate of roast chicken and some sort of stew or something. This feels like a very stew-like place. Or barbecue, actually. Barbecue could be cool. Barbecue on a stick, pumpkin soup, roasted mutton chops, and roast chicken. Cool. Cool little menu. We can just keep that like that for now. If I want to, I might expand it later, but that's what it is for now. Put a little decoration in the corner. Maybe like a little table like that. We can put a pot on it. And let's put down something, probably like a tree. There you go, spruce sapling. That's cute, I like that. For the upstairs, we'll have some rooms for rent. I'm thinking we could kind of do this, and then we can have a room that goes right here. Although maybe not, that feels a little weird. We can have a little room in here. Maybe. I feel like the stairs are at a weird place then, if for that to be where I want it to be. It's quite possible I can move the stairs, maybe? But I'm not sure. Maybe not. It's fine. Actually, we can have a balcony. One of the rooms can have a balcony here then. Yeah, one of the rooms can have a balcony. And we can have this be one of the rooms right here. So we can kind of just do that. And then maybe we just make this kind of like an attic, so then we can just put some spruce over that. Alright, here are the rooms for rent. So we have one room here with a balcony, probably a little bit more expensive. And then we have another room over here, a little less expensive, but a little room right here. For the inn, we technically need more beds than this, I think. I think it's... Let me see if I can do the blueprint out. Maybe it's too far away from the last building. Yeah, that's okay. We can look at that. 4 beds. 4 beds. Yeah, we need 4 beds. Sorry, we need 4 beds, so... I'm not sure how to fit that in here. Or perhaps we can do the attic can be another bed, so... We can add a ladder. I don't know if the villagers will use it though, so we'll see how functional this is, but we can add some rooms in the attic, or at least like 2 beds or something. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's... I would rent this room. Like, this is a nice room. Okay, for the outside, we're just gonna do a simple little patio kind of thing, so we can have gravel right there, and then we can just like expand it out a little bit, I guess. Have a simple patio, then we can put some tables and chairs around. Oh, okay, I forgot. Yeah, so the inn actually spawns in people. Fun. I forgot about that. So yeah, now we have people. Hopefully that's not a problem. Alright, we've done the outside now. I think it looks nice. Cute little patio area. And then on the inside here, I'm thinking we do a little bit of Farmer's Delight decorating. So why am I searching that up? It's right here. We're going to add in some meals. So I think we could probably do roast chicken. And maybe one more thing if we have room. Maybe like glazed ham or stuffed pumpkin. Stuffed pumpkin might be fun. So we can do something like this right here. Ooh, cool, I got an achievement. And stuffed pumpkin can go like somewhere else. If we have room. Maybe back here. Okay, that could be cute. And that's cute. Anyways. Down here, maybe not best to have just food laying out outside, so I think it's fine how it is. Let's add a little gate though, so you can like enter and you can like go up the steps. Nice. This is really cute. I really like this. I think I'll probably have to leave again now, which is very unfortunate. So I don't know when this video is going to be posted. I feel kind of bad just because I was trying to stick to a schedule, and it's just been very hard because like everything's been kind of busy and I've been busy a lot. So Probably not the best time to try to enforce a schedule, but I'm trying my best, and hopefully this gets posted soon. I'm almost done with this though, so hopefully it'll be fine, but we'll see. I guess you'll see when I end up posting this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so funny thing that happened, right after recording, I decided to start building again, and I actually did record it, and apparently I lost that footage, so that's fun. That's very fun. But to be honest, it wasn't that interesting anyways, and I feel like you can get the gist of it from me doing the tour of it, and also I think it's fine. This is not focusing on the building process anyways, mostly on the design process, so yeah, this is the music shop. I like how it looks from the outside. I used pink terracotta. And on the inside here, we have our music shop. So we have the shelves here. We have our music discs. We have some note blocks here. We have our jukebox. And up here, we don't have anything yet, but I'm going to add in, let's fix that. I'm going to add in a beds and stuff, so it'll be like a mixed use kind of thing. Either that or I'll just keep adding more stuff to the music shop. This is what it looks like now. Pretty small. So that's why it's not very interesting. Most of these are kind of small buildings, so they're not really too interesting, but they are functional and they are necessary and they are fun. Over here, this is my wool shop, cute little wool shop. Inside it's not very interesting because this is like one of my 7x7 builds, which is like a whole thing for me. It's like a standard. I like building these because they're very easy to build. They're very formulaic as well. They require specific amounts of materials, very easily predictable. They're really nice sizes because they're like perfect sizes for villagers. They're perfect because they can have a shop on the downstairs and then beds on the upstairs. They can fit around 3 to 4 beds, which is really cool. So if you're building a village, I feel like these are really cute. So these are really nice to have. Anyways, I might do a video about them, but this is what I do. Anyways, I put some looms here, of course, for functionality. I have a little crate of wool, which would be perfect if we had cushions and the wool slabs and all that stuff, but that's not here yet, so it's okay. We have a chest here, which is really cute. And then up here, of course, we're gonna have beds. I don't feel like putting that in, so we'll do that later, probably off screen, but this is the little old town square I have here, and the rest of this I will build later, probably in between videos. So I will, at the beginning of the next video, I will do a little tour of this build, do a little tour of this little old town area, because I think it's not very interesting to watch me build this, so I feel like you could get the gist of it if I just do a tour of it, which is fine. But overall, I'm happy with how this looks. The rest of this, of course, I will build later. I will do a tour of it, of course, in depth, but I don't think it's very interesting to watch the building process itself. I'll probably do a little bit more explaining of my 7x7 builds and other formulas I use. But anyways, that's kind of it, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun YouTube things. I really enjoyed this, even though it did take a long time. Hopefully this is being posted soon enough. Hopefully I will post again soon. The next episode of this will come a lot sooner than this one did from the last video, or I guess the last video of this series. But anyways, I hope to see you in another video, and please enjoy the montage. Goodbye!